In the Heart of the Word, Reflections by Father Joseph Mary, SCTJM, on the daily readings from the Holy Mass, Friday, after Ash Wednesday.
God bless you, dear family. Today in the Heart of the Word, the disciples of John the Baptist ask why the disciples of Jesus do not fast. Jesus replies that the wedding guests cannot fast while the bridegroom is with them, but that when the bridegroom is taken away from them, then they will fast. The Old Testament speaks of the Lord as the bridegroom of Israel. John the Baptist refers to Jesus as the bridegroom and to himself as the friend of the bridegroom who rejoices at his voice. The bridegroom is a way of speaking of the Messiah, whose kingdom is like a great wedding feast. In the church, we have times of rejoicing, feast days, solemnities, and holy days, especially every Sunday, and most especially Easter Sunday. And we also have penitential times, Advent and Lent. Fasting is a form of penance. Why do we fast? First, because Jesus himself fasted in the desert, and we desire to imitate his example. Second, because fasting requires discipline over the senses and passions, and therefore is an occasion to grow in virtue and in self-control. As the senses are silenced, and we are not as easily directed by them, we are more attentive to God and to the things of God. For this reason, Jesus said, "Man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." Silencing our desire for food awakens us to our deeper desire for the Word of God and ultimately for God himself. Third, fasting, because it helps us grow in self-mastery and in communion with Christ, strengthens us against temptation and the attacks of the enemy. We are not as easily moved by our appetites and are more inclined to the movements and guidance of the Holy Spirit. Fourth, fasting helps us grow in solidarity with our brothers and sisters who lack the essentials of life. Fasting helps us to be more aware of how most people live today. Fasting opens our eyes to the presence of God and to the suffering of our neighbor. And this leads us to the fifth reason why we fast. Fasting impels us to be merciful as our Heavenly Father is merciful and to perform the works of mercy. Prayer and fasting lead us to God, and God leads us to serve those who are suffering. Let us listen to these words of Mother Adela. The day of fasting ought to be a day of profound prayer, meditation on the Scriptures and on the magisterium of the Church, enriching our minds by finding our food, our satisfaction in the truth. Through fasting, we give priority to the soul and to the things of the soul. And when the soul has priority, God has priority. And when God has priority, the things of God, especially those who suffer, have priority in our lives. All for the heart of Jesus, through the heart of Mary.